We're going to talk a little bit about how you can become the dumbest realtor in the room. How can you make money by doing so? Welcome to today's morning meeting. I'm Greg Luther, the one guy that meets with you every single week to help you in growing your real estate business. Today's a fun topic because it's something that I've been trying to do for quite a long time here. It's how do you become the dumbest person in the room? One of the worst things you can do is be the smartest person in the room, because one thing you know for certain, you're in the wrong room. You're not going to grow at all. One of the benefits of the mastermind type approach in any industry that you're in, smart people are trying to get with smarter people. That's how you lift yourself up. Now, you can do a lot of this online. There's a lot of opportunities available. But when you get into those mastermind sessions, many of you know I get coached a lot. I'm involved in a lot of the very high-end masterminds. Many of these groups are 6 figures and more per year. So if you join a mastermind, it's $100,000 or $150,000 for the year, and every person in the room has invested that money. But here's the key factor. Who's going to be in the room? Are they smarter than me? Are they doing better than me? Can they actually lift me up? I don't want to be in a room where I'm teaching everybody else. I want to be in a room where they're teaching me. So one of the key factors for you to be in a mastermind is you don't want to feel like, do I fit in? I don't have the same production level as them. That's what you want. You want them to be doing far better than you, because that's how you get lifted. So one of the key factors for you to be successful is to always try and be the dumbest person in the room. Now, that might be relating to just real estate. It might be life in general. It might be business, marketing, sales. Wherever you are, you want those people around you to be smarter than you, to be lifting you up. Now, from an egotistical standpoint, there's an awful lot of real estate agents that would say, I'm the best one there. I'm the smartest person in the room. I'm doing the most business in the room. I'm making the most money in the room. Well, you're not going to grow today. What you're going to do is shed that light on the other people around, and you're going to lift them up. But nobody's going to be able to lift you up at a higher level than where you are right now. So one of the key factors for you to look for is when you start surrounding yourself with other people, and you're in that kind of mastermind session, whether that's face-to-face, online, friends groups that you're in. You guys have heard before, like, if you lay with dogs, you're going to get fleas. If you hang out with broke people, you're going to be broke. You've probably heard before, you will be the sum or the average of your 5 closest people you hang out with. Because what happens is when you start to get with better quality people, those that are doing well, those that are successful, those that are not only earning, but are also giving, that are helping others, what you're going to find is it will stretch your paradigm on what you believed was even possible for you. A lot of times you're going to learn numbers and success models that you didn't even think were possible before you started hanging out with these people. And what that does is that expands your own mind. It expands your own ambition level, getting you where you want to be, and ultimately showing you how not only you can do it, but believing that you can do it. So when I first started in real estate, I really thought if I could make $100,000 a year, I'd be rich, right? And then when you get to that point, before you even get to that point, you're looking at the next thing. So the next milestone for me was $250,000 a year. Then it was $1 million a year. When I started making $1 million a year in real estate commissions from actual single-family home sales, when I started making $1 million a year, I was already shooting for 2.5. Because I got in the right rooms. Now, I was by far the top producer in my office. I could have just sat back, said, I'm doing really well. I'm better than all you guys, so I'm doing well. It wasn't reaching my goals to the point that I wanted to achieve. So you certainly don't want to go to an office meeting. You don't want to go to a brainstorming session with other people that are struggling and trying to find a way. It's important for you to surround yourself with successful people. Now, you've probably seen Warren Buffett has stopped doing it now because he's definitely towards the end of his life at this point. But every year he offered a charitable contribution for people to bid to have lunch with him. So once a year, he would have a charitable lunch, and you were the only one. You were one-on-one with Warren Buffett. People paid millions of dollars. I was an underbidder at $2 million myself. Paid millions of dollars to have a lunch with Warren Buffett. Now, You may not buy stocks. You may not have a big portfolio. You may not own insurance companies, but wealthy people can give you the advice you need to be successful. Now, that doesn't mean that's where you should go next. That room might be too smart for you. You might be way, way, way lower than that at this point. But the key factor is to get yourself inside of rooms. If you imagine you're walking down a hallway right now, and there's a room on the left, a room on the right. You go down a little more. A room on the left, a room on the right. If it had a list on there of who all was in that room or what they're accomplishing right now, you want to go in there and just be a fly on the wall. If you see that they are getting where you want to be, whether it's real estate production, whether it's paying off all your debts and building a significant net worth for yourself, whether it's trying to get some sort of retirement together for yourself where you can live well, if it's to create enough revenue that you can do charitable contributions and that type of thing, whatever is important to you. If they had that list on the wall of who all is in that room, you would choose a room you want to go in. What you don't want to do is go into a room where you are as average as the rest of them. It's a waste of time. We're going to share ideas and have fun and tell funny stories, but nobody is going to get lifted. So what you'll find is when you get in those rooms, those are the people that are helpful for you as well, right? You've heard before, a rising tide lifts all boats, not just the yachts. A rising tide lifts all boats, not just the yachts. It's going to lift absolutely everybody. So you have to get in the right rooms. You have to get yourself to a position that those people will expand your mind. You want to be uncomfortable, right? You've heard me say before, and I teach a lot to our inner circle coaching members, you've got to get comfortable being uncomfortable. Meaning you want to feel a little insecure because that's how you're going to expand, right? It's no different than when you go in the gym. You have to stress those muscles. You know how your muscles grow? By tearing them. You know why it hurts? You've literally torn your muscles. You've caused a muscle tear. And then it heals back bigger, stronger, more scar tissue, all of that stuff. But you have to actually cause stress. If you're going to grow, you need to get uncomfortable. If you're in a position that you avoid talking about how much you owe the IRS or what your income is or what your credit card balances are or how insecure you are that you can't pay your bills right now or whatever that is, if you don't bring that to a forefront, you're not going to work that muscle. You're not going to exercise that. The way for you to make it get stronger, to go away, is to cause stress, cause pain, cause tearing of that. So you need to be inside of rooms where you're like, these people are so much more successful than me. Oh my God, I don't even know if I want to talk right now. But you'll find that they want to lift you up. They want to help you. So I don't have anything available for you at this point. If you're not in inner circle coaching, I can't help you with any of this, but there's a bunch of it available. Find it. Find a room that you can get in where there are, maybe not everybody is doing well. It might be a good blend of everybody, right? Some that are just starting out, some that are massively successful, some that have teams in various cities and states, and they're really bringing in a lot of money. You might just latch on to someone that's your next rung up on the ladder, your next step up. You don't need to look all the way to the top. You need your next step up. What you don't want to do is have everybody that's still on the ground floor or worse in the basement and you spend your time with them. If you spent your weekend with people that are in the basement, you already know you showed up today at a worser position in life. Did you know worser is a word? You're in a worser position than you were before you spent that time with them. If you go out to a party and you're drinking and you're doing drugs and we're talking about government assistance and we're doing all this other crap, guess what? You're in a worse position. But if you can get in that room where, particularly for real estate agents, where we've got other people in our own industry that are doing very, very well, that have great target marketing approaches, that have a really good systematic approach to leads coming in, running through that funnel, giving them helpful, educational, valuable content until they're ready to work with you, then you have an efficient system for working with them, getting them closed, and prompting massive numbers of referrals because your clients are so happy with what you've done. Now, there's a whole lot of key checkpoints there. There's a whole lot of milestones that you need to reach through. What I just gave as a basic run through there, that if you get with people that are doing really well, you'll find they have systems, they have checklists, they have balances and measures that they use to ensure they keep getting better on a monthly basis.